Welcome to Soul Rise Stories, where real people, real struggles, and real motivation come to life. Let's begin today's inspiring journey. You might think your life is too small, your problems too big, and your chances too few to ever rise above where you are right now. But let me tell you, the truth is not what you see, it's what you decide to believe. This is the story of Daniel Carter, a young man from a forgotten corner of Ohio, who was born into a life where dreams felt like luxury items reserved for other people. Daniel grew up in a weather-worn house on the edge of a small industrial town, the kind of place where factory smoke blurred the horizon and opportunities seemed as rare as sunny days in winter. His father worked long shifts at the steel plant, his hands permanently stained with grease, while his mother cleaned offices at night. Money was always short. Arguments often filled the air, and Daniel learned early on that life wasn't going to hand him anything. At school, he wasn't the star student, not the athlete, not the popular one, just the quiet boy who kept his head down and hoped the day would pass without him being noticed. He struggled with confidence so badly that even answering a question in class felt like standing on a stage with a spotlight burning into his skin. Whenever he imagined doing something big, joining a club, trying out for sports, even just making new friends, a voice inside would hiss, "You're not good enough. Don't embarrass yourself." That voice became his constant shadow. Years passed, and Daniel drifted, doing just enough to get by. Teachers called him capable but unmotivated. Friends were few, dreams were faint, and self-belief was non-existent. Then came the winter of his junior year, when one evening he found himself in a dusty second-hand bookstore, just killing time while waiting for his mom to finish work. His fingers brushed across a small, tattered book with the title "Believe Before You Become." Something about those words hit him in a way nothing else had. That night, under the weak light of his desk lamp, Daniel began to read. The book told story after story of people who had started with nothing, but belief so strong it pushed them through rejection, ridicule, and fear until they achieved things no one thought possible. There was a line that stuck in his mind like a spark that wouldn't die. "You are not limited by what you have, but by what you think you deserve." Daniel read it again and again. It made him uncomfortable because deep down, he realized he didn't think he deserved much at all. But for the first time, he questioned that belief. The next week at school, he saw a flyer for the debate team tryouts. Normally, he would have ignored it, but the book's words whispered in his ear. Heart pounding, hands sweating, he walked into the tryouts. His performance was awful. He stumbled over words, his voice shook, and his arguments made little sense. When it was over, he felt humiliated. That night, the old voice inside tried to convince him to quit. But he remembered another line from the book. "Belief is a muscle. It grows only when you use it." So he went back, week after week, practicing, failing, and improving bit by bit. By the end of the semester, Daniel had not only made the team, he had actually won his first small competition. That tiny win lit a spark in him. Over the next 2 years, Daniel pushed himself into situations that terrified him: public speaking events, leadership roles, community projects. Each step was a battle with fear, but each victory, no matter how small, strengthened his belief. After high school, while many of his friends settled into safe, predictable jobs, Daniel took a risk and applied for an internship at a youth leadership program in New York City. Against all odds, he was accepted. The city overwhelmed him at first, the pace, the competition, the constant noise, but instead of shrinking, he rose to meet it. He spoke in workshops, pitched ideas to strangers, and started to see himself not as the quiet boy from a small town, but as someone who could stand anywhere and hold his own. Years later, Daniel stood on a TEDx stage, sharing his journey with an audience hanging on his every word. He told them about the boy who didn't believe in himself, about the dusty bookstore, about the trembling voice at the debate tryouts, and about how every single step he took was built on the decision to believe first in possibility, then in himself. Self-belief, he told them, doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you act even when you are. It means you see rejection not as a wall, but as a sign you're moving. The crowd rose to their feet, applause echoing through the hall. But Daniel wasn't thinking about the applause. He was thinking about the kid he used to be, the one who almost never took that first step. And in that moment, he wished he could tell that boy, and anyone else listening right now, you already have everything you need to start. The question is, will you believe it? Like, share, and subscribe if you felt this story hit your heart. And remember, this is your time. Stay strong.